Hello, and welcome to the 6th grade Science Awards for the 6th period class of 2019-2020. Our first student receiving an award is a young man who was always ready to have a good time, always ready to have some fun, and always had a way to make myself and the other classmates smile. And so most likely to make you smile is Dustin. Good job, Dustin. Our next award goes to a young lady who would always get her work done right away. She was focused. She would always make sure other people got their work done. No matter what was going on in class, she was focused. She was doing what she needed to get done. And in our class, she was the rock. She always, no matter what group she was in, she always kind of brought them down to earth and helped them get a little bit more focused and to do well. And I'm just really proud of her. And that was Ariana. So thank you, Ariana, for being a rock, being awesome. Our next student is one who, no matter where he was sitting in class, he was always like laser focused, always paying close attention, always learning, would always do his classwork, was very polite, very kind. But I know, even though he did good in school, I know that he would rather be elsewhere. I'd probably rather be farming. And so for rather be farming / best hair, Carson. So good job, Carson. Thanks for doing good in school, even if you didn't want to be there. Up next, the student from the very beginning of school, I could just tell that he had a real knack for science. Like when we did our composition books, he would write down details that other kids kind of would miss or not realize, and has a very scientific way of thinking. And so the scientist goes to Cameron. Good job, buddy. Next award goes to a student who I got to have all the time because he was in my pack time, he was in my homeroom, and was always in advisory in class, and so he would probably got so sick and tired of seeing me, but he was always smiling, and he was always just cheerful and just a real joy to have in class. And so always smiling goes to Bradley. Good job, Bradley. Our next award goes to a young man who I don't think has ever been in a bad mood. He would come bouncing into class and was always ready to start and do whatever we needed to do. And so our student who had the most enthusiasm goes to AJ. Good job, AJ. Up next, this young lady is she just kind of goes to her own beat. She is very just takes her time when she wants to, and she it just kind of goes with the flow and very laid back. And so our free spirit in 6th period was Jordan. Good job, Jordan. Our next award goes to a young man who he's good in school, he does his work, but again, I think he's one of those that he'd rather be elsewhere, and that's just fine. And so this kid, he's hardworking, he's determined, he wants to do well, and he does succeed in school. And I think the student who most likely to be found in a deer stand. So if you were to go out exploring, you would find him 100% of the time. That'd be Owen. Owen, you're awesome. It's been great getting to know you this school year. My next student getting an award, she was new this school year, but she fits right in, and I'm so glad that she came to our school. And she worked really hard all year, and just was a really great kid to have in class. She would never complain, never argue, always prepared for class, and just really a joy to get to know this year. And so I gave her the award Lady Wolf because I know that she loves basketball, and I could totally see you playing basketball for our school, and I think that you would be a really great addition to the team. Also, you're just a powerful, fierce young lady who you're going to get wherever you want to go in life. And so that goes to Alyssa, and I'm so glad that you moved here and you belong at Park Heritage. So I'm glad you're here. Our next student getting an award, this young man, he had a real passion for writing, but a specific genre of writing. And so I just really enjoyed getting to know him and kind of learning more about what he was excited about and interested in. And so the most likely to write a zombie apocalypse series, it's going to be the best one we've ever read, and that goes to Clayton. So I can't wait to read the rest of your stories, Clayton. Our next student getting an award is a young lady who she maybe she's had some rain clouds. She's had some tough times, but the only way that we can, after the rain clouds, the sun comes out and shines through the rain, and we get this beautiful rainbow that's just full of all these colors that come from just water. And so, and the rainbows bring joy to other people, and they're a sign of hope. And so, my rainbow award for hope after hard times goes to Harley. And I'm so glad that you came to Park Heritage and I got to know you this year. And I think you're amazing. I think you're a rainbow. Our next student, great kid, great student, always did his work, always coming up with really cool ideas, very interesting, doesn't see things maybe the way others do, and that's what makes his ideas so awesome. And so just really funny and good in any group. And so Captain Awesome, always there to he's just awesome. That goes to Mason. So you're awesome, Mason. Our next award. So this young man he's a great student, very hardworking, very under the radar. Doesn't talk out in class, doesn't make a big fuss, doesn't really need a lot of attention on him. He's more just worried about getting his work done and doing a good job. And so I like superheroes, and one of the superheroes, we actually get to know quite a bit about his alter ego, and that is Clark Kent. And so there's Chase. And so Chase, I think you are Clark Kent. You are Superman, but you're the Clark Kent version of Superman, where you're humble and you do what you need to do, and you do a great job, and you're amazing. But you're also, you're humble, and I think that's a really great attribute to have. And so I'm glad that you got to be in my class this year, and I got to get to know you. Our next student is one who is a bit on the wild side. He is brave and adventurous, and if we ever watch a movie someday, I would not doubt if he was the stuntman in that. And so that goes to Jonathan. So most likely to be a stuntman in action films, because you're brave and you'd be willing to do the crazy stunts. And so good job, Jonathan. All right, my next award, this is a young lady who she has an interesting hobby. She loves graffiti. She loves spray cans and painting and creating art with spray paint. And so our up-and-coming graffiti artist is Phoebe. So I can't wait to see the work that you create someday. And I love how you're passionate about it and it brings you joy. And so never stop painting, but just do it legally. All right, up next is a young man who, at the very beginning of the year, very shy, very quiet. I didn't get to hear him talk very much. And again, I'm thankful for Second Step because I got to know him more than just in science class. And so this young man, through the last few months of school, has really come out of his shell. He's really gotten more outgoing and more friendly. And I saw him talking to more people at school and just trying new things in class and just becoming really brave and outgoing. And I'm just so proud of him for that. And I'm so excited to see him just growing and changing like that. And so the breakthrough, he broke through and has just done a really great job this school year, has really impressed me with his assignments and his work ethic. And just, it has been a joy to see him just becoming himself and talking more to people and making more friends. And that is Adam. So Adam, I think you're awesome and you're cool. And I'm so happy that you are getting to know more people. And I just think you're great. All right, our next award, this student, I could say many things about him. He's a great student. He's hardworking. He's creative. He's clever. Always prepared for class. Always had high grades. But I think what stood out to me the most about him was his character. That if somebody did something wrong, he would call them out on it, or he would tell them that they need to make it right. He has just a really strong character. So I gave him the best character award because I always know that he will do the right thing, and he'll encourage others to do it too. And I think that's one of the most important things that we can do. And so that goes to Jack. I think you're awesome, and I think you're a great role model for your peers. All right, our last award goes to somebody who has just been it's a joy to get to know and kind of understand why he thinks the way he does and what he likes to do in his free time. And he's very creative, and I could really see this happening. I think the most likely to make a hit video game, like I'm talking the next big game that every kid's playing in the world, and that would be Deacon. So he has the creativity and he has the passion for that, and so I can't wait to see what he'll do. And also, Deacon, we're all going to miss you a lot next year, and hope that you can stay in touch with your friends here at Park Heritage because we miss you. All right, thank you guys so much for an amazing year. It has been so great to get to know you all. You're amazing and wonderful kids. You're smart, you're creative, and I hope you have a really good summer. And I hope that I can see you guys in the fall.